Today we are at Still Rise Farms. This is my farm and my home, and I'm here with my bestie and my breastie, Ricky Fairley. We are, I love you so much.
I love you so much.
We are part of Touch, the Black Breast Cancer Alliance, and we are here having our first of hopefully many breastie retreats. So Ricky, welcome to my space and my home and my farm. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm moving in.
You're home. Tell me how you came up with this, because you've been saying we need a retreat. We need a retreat.
Well, I wanted to, bring our breasties together. We've all been so far apart, for 2 years now.
Yeah.
I wanted to give hugs. I miss hugging. And what a perfect place to give hugs. Your home is so warm and beautiful, and it feels good. Everything feels good about it. And so to be able to bring some breasties here, to have this love and the love that we share, we wanted to give it to everybody else, right? And we work in this space all the time. Mo's cutting cancers out, and I'm hugging breasties, and it's just so important to get together so we can just talk and hang out and chill, and also kind of rejuvenate ourselves to get ready to do more work.
That's a really important part of it, because so much of the work is the work, right? It's bringing awareness, it's lectures, it's teaching breast exams, it's trying to get funding, it's sitting in meetings, it's all of those things. But without restoration, without context, without peace of mind and connectivity, those things are in a vacuum.
Yeah.
And so this is an opportunity for us to check in with ourselves,
Yeah.
for us to rediscover our why, for us to figure out what it is we need, and have somebody ask you and have somebody bring you something, and give yourself permission. And I'm doing it too.
Yeah,
and
I hope we're doing it.
We are. I hope we are. And I'm thankful for the opportunity, because you all give me a chance to do it, and an excuse to do the same things for myself that I forget to do.
Yeah, I know, we preach self-love all the time, Mo,
It's hard, though.
And it's really hard because we're so busy and so passionate about our work. So just to be able to say, and exhale
And share
on
some
this
love.
beautiful farm and share some love is awesome.
I love you.
Love you. Mwah.
I would say that my week was a lot of highs and lows. A Thriver sister of mine is transitioning, so just kind of been on standby and dealing with all the emotions that come with that. It's also been a fun week with my kids preparing for Halloween. And I've just been reflecting on the past month and any advocacy work I did as we wind down Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
So what are your kids going to be for Halloween?
I am not entirely positive what they're all going to be because they like to change their mind all throughout the month. They finally went shopping, just the littlest ones, and they're being a baby doll, a unicorn, and a fairy.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling excited, grateful, and a little anxious. I'm looking forward to dancing and relaxing. What I'm hoping to get out of this weekend is connection with other women who understand what it's like to live with breast cancer or have been affected by it. And I'm looking forward to relaxing, just forgetting all of my cares.
And anything you'd like to say to the hosts of the weekend?
I would like to say thank you so much for opening up your beautiful home and just giving us a space to breathe, because in a way it's felt like I've been holding my breath this whole month.
My past week was busy because it's October and it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So it was very busy. It was very time consuming. Sometimes it was overwhelming, but I got through it and I'm here today. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling relaxed. When I got on the plane, it almost felt like all the pressures of the week were like released, and I'm so glad to be here where I can just be myself, be my authentic self. I don't have to be a breast cancer survivor. I don't have to be a mother. I don't have to be a dog lover. I could just be Sheila. I could just worry about Sheila and just Sheila being Sheila around authentic people that we all are women, and hopefully to be inspired, and I'm already inspired, and to be empowered to go back and take on the world again. I am looking forward for this weekend just to be meet other women that are just empowered as I am and on the same mission of eradicating breast cancer, some self-care for myself, some self-recognition for myself, and just to tell myself that I'm proud of her, proud of the person that she's become, and just to love on myself and have other women, friends, love on me as well, and just say, Sheila, it's gonna be okay.
And what are you hoping to get out of this weekend?
I'm hoping to get out of this weekend just some more self-care and how to better, take care of myself when I'm overwhelmed, when I'm too busy, and just to tell myself that what I'm doing has a purpose. And through my pain, I share my purpose. To the host that provided this weekend, it must have been God's intervention or God's timing, because I'm just like, well, why did she choose me? Or why did they choose me? But God chose me, and God chose them to tell me that, Sheila, you need a break. You need to go around people who love you, and you need to go around women who care about you, and you need to go around women who want to listen. And that he'll make it okay. And it had to been it had to been God, that, because I still don't know. I'm like, well, they picked Sheila? When I got the email, I was just like, yes, I don't care what it is, I am going. So I do appreciate it, and they just don't know how much I needed this weekend. And just to see all the food and the nice farm, and when I drove up, it was just like a spiritual, it's almost like God just spoke to me, and it was just like a spiritual intervention. And I just breathed. I was just like, oh, this is, I wasn't tense. And when I got out the car and walked into the house, it's almost like it was just God's presence was here. So I know I'm supposed to be here, and I just want to thank them from the bottom of my heart.
No, wait, I'm like Oprah after the chef cook all the food and she be standing there.
Smiling over it.
Right, standing there smiling over it like, well, welcome to my kitchen. We just want to welcome all of you. Enjoy all this beautiful, delicious food. I cooked it, right?
Go on and take the credit.
Hey, tomorrow night I'm cooking.
I was very excited when I was on my train ride up here because it just felt like a weight was going to be off my shoulder. Like I'm going to be around people who get how I've been feeling this whole month, you know, more than my family even does, you know. And it just kind of, I mean, in this month, I've just felt like I've been running, because that's part of being a mom. And it's also just part of me kind of attempting to live my best life. So I always feel like I gotta like squeeze in as much as I can. So my mom is always like, you gotta stop going. You're always doing things. But I was like, well, this is gonna be a different sort of thing. And I really need it. You know? It is. And I kind of feel like it's there forever. I feel like once you're in the cancer community, you can't get out. It doesn't matter if you're an early stager. Right. Early stagers just have the fear of recurrence and like live with that, which I've never experienced because I was stage 4 right out the gate. So I'm always like, gosh, that must really be challenging on like your mental health to constantly be wondering like, oh my God, is it coming back? You know, my cancer, I'm just like, we just already live together. So it's like, hey, we just go have this, sharing this body. Yeah, so it is different, but I think a lot of metastatic people get kind of mean this month because they are angry, and I understand it and feel like, where do I fit into this month? You know, because I do see some people who they just like come out screaming like I mean, and I get it to a degree. Like, no, it's not supposed to be all pink and celebrating. Everyone does not survive breast cancer. Like they make it seem like, well, let's celebrate. You know, I survived and I survived for this long. And it's like, yeah, but you're kind of ignoring the fact that 30% of you will get a recurrence and become metastatic. And you're just all together trying to ignore metastatic, you know, metastatic side because that's dark and, you know, you don't want to get into that. Well, again,
it's the morbidity of the metastatic cancers, right? So we're wearing lovely pink robes, but the ribbon that we have is so different than the ribbon that's celebrated. Right. You know, we don't ever get to ring the bell and have that little cheer walk where we're survivors. No, we're thrivers every day. There's not one month that sticks out more than the other. We are here 365, 7 days a week, living with understanding. Some of us are still taking medications daily in order to survive. Because when we talk about our treatment, it's not about curing. It's about life extending. And that's a hard ass conversation to say, you have cancer. I'm like, oh, but you know, all these people are surviving. Oh, but no, that's not going to be you.
What? Yeah. And then it's hard because early stagers don't want to hear about you. Like, that's you. I don't want to hear about that. You know, I don't want to hear about that. Right. I don't hear nothing about NBC.
The black sheep of the cancers,
But then you do get the NBCers who let their anger on everyone. Like, I don't want to hear nothing about your good scans. It's only a matter of time, you know, or so-and-so just died. But you get to celebrate your wins, too.
In talking to other women that are either newly diagnosed or have been around and they want a different perspective, it's about the fact that you woke up this morning. Celebrate that.
Can I ask you about that? What do you need?
What do you need? I need this. This is what I need. I need a weekend to just really sit with the fact that it's been a year of going through treatment and diagnosis and life turned upside down, and really a moment to like be with me. Right? Because I do a phenomenal job of taking care of everybody else. I take my medicine like I'm supposed to. I do all the things I'm supposed to do, but am I doing what I really need to be doing? Have I done any like self-reflection? Have I cried about being diagnosed?
That's what I was just saying in our opening. Like, I just want to be Sheila. I don't want to be a breast cancer survivor. Sorry.
No, girl, do it.
I don't want to be
in the living room. Yes, where the tissues? Somebody grab them for me.
I don't want to be a veteran. I don't want to be a mother. You know, not that I don't want to be a mother, but I just want to be Sheila.
All the labels.
Yeah. That's what it is. You know, because when you have these labels, you have this the expectation of the label.
It's pressure.
Yeah. And I was just saying that in my opening, like, you just get tired.
That part. Yeah. But at home, like, are we allowed to be tired? And I find it very difficult. I feel guilty about trying to go and take a nap. because something else is always going on. And I think as mothers, as people that work, as wives, as all these labels that some of them have been given to us, some of them we slapped on ourselves, we also don't give ourselves permission to do what we ultimately really need to be doing. I would describe my last week as busy and hectic. I'm a mom of 2 small children, I'm a wife, and I work full time. It's crazy town in my world. I am feeling good. I'm tired and drained a little, but I'm excited to be here. I am mostly looking forward to not having any responsibilities, not worrying about what I'm supposed to be doing, just really paying attention to me and what I want and what I need. This weekend, I'm hoping to really discover some skills around self-care. I want to begin the journey of starting to listen to myself more and really not feeling guilty for taking time out for myself, giving myself permission to really just focus on me every so often. So to the ladies that have put this together for us, thank you is not enough. Words cannot describe the level of gratitude and appreciation I feel for being invited to come and take part in this wonderful weekend plan and to be in this beautiful space to really begin to reconnect. I'm eternally grateful, and I'm very excited for all the women that will be able to come behind me and enjoy this wellness weekend. These banana pudding, delicious.
So
delicious.
Good. Oh, that's what they are, vanilla pudding.
Yes. Did you want one?
Is it vanilla white? Can you say
No, she makes her own.
This is the cheese mint on top.
Yeah, and she makes her own crust.
Girl, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Don't tell my mama.
Blank. That was so mental.
She might be.
That cold.
Oh!
Santa now gives the bad children blank. So I have to say this out loud. Good to the last drop.
That's the thing.
Good to the last drop. Mr. Clean, right behind you. Also good to the last drop, the milkman.
That's multi-layered.
Ooh, it is.
That is
Very nuanced.
Faceted response.
Very nuanced. Yes. Good to the last drop. Sweet vengeance.
That's
Good to the last drop. Wow. All right. So I'm gonna have to go with boy, oh boy.
That's hard.
It, like Mr. Clean right behind you.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. But the milkman, you know, the milkman doesn't come around anymore.
Break open the spots.
I gotta go with Mr. Clean because everybody remember Mr. Clean with the head and the earring and the, you know, Mr. Clean right behind you is good.
Yes, I'll take that. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
We are here today at Dr. Mo's farm having a retreat for a bunch of breasties. It's something that Mo and I have been talking about for a while, and now our dream is coming true.
It's super exciting because it's the end of Breast Cancer Action Month, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we have been wanting and needing just a way to release. We needed a way to release, and we really wanted to include some of our breasties and some folks that we know could use this weekend. And so we're here with Deltra. Welcome.
It was really hard to select who to bring. We wanted to bring everybody, and we selected a bunch of our Breastie friends who are living their best life with metastatic breast cancer. And frankly, I am in awe of Deltra. And we're going to have her tell her story, but she is living with this crazy disease that I had, and she has 5 beautiful, brilliant, amazing daughters.
They're gorgeous.
They're gorgeous, and she's living her best life with this disease, and she's so young, and I love you for all that you do. So tell us your story.
So in summer of 2019, when I was 33 years old, I found a lump in my left breast. And even though I was not feeling nervous about it at all, I went ahead and scheduled an appointment with my doctor. I was very grateful because my doctor took it seriously, even though, I was young and I had no family history. She went ahead and scheduled me an ultrasound that same week. And the ultrasound was when I really got nervous because the ultrasound tech seemed concerned. And from there, I got a biopsy, which a couple days after the biopsy confirmed that it was cancer. Then my breast surgeon, oncologist, did a couple weeks of just a whirlwind of all kinds of full body scans. And I'm really grateful that she did that so that we could get the correct staging before starting treatment. And through that, we learned that I had a single met to my liver, so that bumped me up to stage 4. I took about a month to decide, which felt really crazy, but I really took a month to decide how I wanted to start my treatment because I wasn't going to be pushed into doing anything. And I'll never regret that because it worked out. My single met was killed by the chemo within 2 months, and I haven't had any since. Doing really well. I definitely attribute a lot of that to community and how I've dove into community, and now I get to be in a place where I get to give back and support newly diagnosed people and help them find community.
Tell us a little bit about your October, about this month that you've been having, because, it's Breast Cancer Action Month, and I know that Ricky and I have been maniacs getting all these talks done and bringing awareness, and I wonder if you can talk a little bit about how this month has been for you.
So this month is my 3rd October living with breast cancer. The first one was extremely triggering. It was tough, but I always knew that I wanted to dive into advocacy work and that I didn't want to avoid it. Although I definitely say everyone do whatever is best for your mental health. So if you need to sign off social media entirely. But this month, I've just been trying to be present. It's been a whole month of reflection for me. And so I've really been focused on my mental well-being while just sharing facts.
Explain what she means by community a little bit for people who aren't in it. The Breastie Club is not one you want to be in, if you can help it. God bless you. But once you're in it, it's this amazing group of women and men, some men, who have unconditional love, unconditional trust, and just unconditional compassion for one another. And we support each other. We just love on each other. And that's what we wanted to do here is love on our Breastie sisters. It's so important to us to do this. And being an advocate can be really hard work. And we all try to do it because we're trying to help other women deal and be aware. And it's so important for us to get together though and take a rest. So what are you feeling about this weekend so far?
I needed this weekend for focusing on my mental health and self-care. I thought it was a perfect way to wrap up this month where I spent time sharing facts about metastatic disease. So that's why I'm here.
My personal motto is, our body-mind is a source of truth. Sometimes the truth hurts and we need help. This guided meditation will help you to step in today feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to do the work you came to do this weekend. Start by finding a comfortable position to meditate in. However you choose to do this is right for you. You may sit up, you may lie down, close your eyes, or keep them open. There's no right way to meditate. To return to thinking about your breath. In through the nose and out through the mouth.
We're trying to integrate body mind, right? And we're going to be using our breath in specific ways to continue on that. And what the breath actually helps us do is when we feel stress or anxiety or anxiousness or fear or whatever it is, your sympathetic nervous system wants to take over. We all know that, right? That's that fight or flight. To put our bodies into a more sort of a conducive state to healing, we want to shift it back into the parasympathetic system. Side hand, you're just drawing a bow and arrow. If you don't want to squat, you don't have to. But if you're looking for some exercise, it's a good one.
We're here today with our friend and Breastie, Sheila McGlown, because she is a consummate advocate. I think you're the first advocate I ever saw in action. You're definitely
really?
the first advocate I ever saw talking about clinical trials.
Oh, wow.
And because you know that's my passion, and so I wanted her to be a part of this, to share her story and to help us, continue that important advocacy for clinical trials. So what's your story?
Well, I was diagnosed 11 years ago with metastatic breast cancer. My mom had died of metastatic breast cancer in 2004, and she received her diagnosis in 2001. So she only lived 3 years with this awful disease. I said cancer stole her from me. And then 5 years later, while I was active duty military, I received a diagnosis that not only do you have breast cancer, but you have stage 4 breast cancer. And I didn't know stage 4 meant metastatic. I just thought, what is that? What's that word? And it has spread to my liver and ribs. So I started aggressive chemo. It was HER2 positive, ERPR positive. And I started aggressive chemo. I told my oncologist, let's attack it, And she said, that's what we're going to go for. And my life expectancy, they said 3 to 5 years, but 11 years later, I'm still here through God's grace and through research and through a clinical trial. And actually, I've been on a clinical trial now for 3 years, and I'm still stable. Stable is a good word in the metastatic breast cancer world, because that means it's not progressing. And I just use my platform, like you do, to just educate Black women on not only clinical trials, but to take control of your health, your breast health. I never realized that breast health was important because I was diagnosed at 43. And I was just like, you got boobs, okay. But it's very important. And I was doing my self-breast exams and getting my mammograms. I started getting mammograms at like 37 because of my mom. And I wish I would have known about genetic testing. I wish I would have known all kind of other things that I could have. I wouldn't say prevented, but just knowing that these things exist. Because when I was diagnosed, I didn't know about support groups. I didn't know that Black women could even get breast cancer. I didn't know you could get breast cancer in your ribs. And I always thought my mom died from lung cancer. But no, it originated from the breast. So I had to educate myself. And that's what I want to do, is go into underserved communities and teach Black women that about breast cancer. I feel it's an epidemic to me in the breast cancer community. And I think the more we know, the more we can beat it. Right now, we're beating cancer now because we're talking about it and we're educating people. And cancer don't like that because that means that more women are going to take control of their health. So.
Right. I hope we can make cancer mad. I hope it.
It's mad. Yes, and that's what I always say. And my motto is, cancer is not about me anymore. It's about who I can help. Someone told me, Sheila, if you help one person, you've done what God has chosen you to do.
Just wow. And it's so true. And Ricky, you're right. When I think about clinical trials and I think about our breasties and our advocates and people who speak out, you're one of the first and one of the few people that come to mind that are just, I mean, you are burning up the net right now, right? Because everything is virtual. We're Zooming. You and I, we see each other on conference call and Zoom after Zoom after Zoom because of October. And I know it's been a busy month for you, but tell us why you needed this weekend.
I needed this weekend because October for me is no month for me because I live at 365 days a year.
Yes,
but
ma'am.
but it's overly it's stressful because I just had a friend that went into hospice, and when you're in the advocate world, you meet so many people.
Yeah.
Even if I would just hug Ricky, we have a connection, at a conference, and I never seen her before, but we have that connection.
Instant.
And instant, and it's like a chemistry. It's like it's automatic. Like, okay, you're my friend, and that's the way it's in, in the advocate world. It's just, it's October is overwhelming. So I can't wait till Monday because it's the 1st of November. And I can understand why people are angry and the pink and everything. But also we have to consider that, I hope. And the reason why I don't say anything about pink, if someone sees pink on me, it will remind them to get their mammogram or do their breast exam. Wow. So, I know more needs to go into research. I understand that because I read grants and different things like that. But also, I want pink to be a reminder. Oh man, Sheila just talked about that. Or Dr. Mo just talked about that. Or Ricky just talked about that. Oh, I need to go get my mammogram. Or I need to, go and do my self-breast exam. And one thing my doctor did tell me about self-breast exams is, well, Sheila, were you doing them too much? But you only need to do them once a month because you need to know what normal feels like.
Right.
So don't overdo it. And I was like, you know what? I don't know. I never thought about that. But yeah, like I said, clinical trials, I've been on it for 3 years. I did ask my doctor was I was going to be a guinea pig. And she was like, no, Sheila. She said, you know how much scientific reviews it goes through first before it even becomes a clinical trial? She explained to me and just have the conversation, And I always tell doctors and oncologists and clinicians, just have the conversation and don't just say that Black women don't want to do clinical trials. Let me be the judge of that, So, and that's why I decided to be on a clinical trial. So, but this weekend, it means a lot. I needed it. I needed for somebody to tell me, okay, Sheila, it's okay to not be okay.
I love you so much.
I love you too. Thank you. Thank you. And can I just say this? Before I met Dr. Mo, I never, ever knew another knew a Black breast surgeon and I was just like amazed. I was like, man, there's Black, breast surgeons. And I was just like, just amazed. I'm like, okay,
here.
I know. I never
know.
knew before, the doctor is in. I'm like, wow, people need to see this, so.
so happy to be here with our Lakia. And I recently met you. I don't even know how we met, but
Sue.
that's
Unite for
right.
Her.
That's right. Unite
Yes.
for Her. That's right. And we came together, and I could feel the fire in her spirit for advocacy and how she wants to get shit done. And so that's why we brought you here today.
Oh, well, thank you.
Tell us your story a little bit.
Short and sweet, right? So I was diagnosed in October of 2020 with traditional breast cancer, and then a few weeks later, we learned it metastasized. So I'm a metastatic baddie. I'm a wife and a mom, and it's important for women of color to know that they have a support system. That's really what it's about, and how we get them care, how we get them support, how we get them love. And how we get them educated on what they need to know and how they best thrive through this disease.
You rock.
Thank you, darling. So do you.
So I got a chance to meet you also through Unite for Her, through Sue. They came on our show, The Doctor Is In. And I said to Ricky, I said, we got to have her back again. I said, but we've been seeing you. You have been burning up the internet, right? It's October. And, you know, tell us a little bit, I guess, about how this month has been for you and why you needed this weekend.
So Breast Cancer Awareness Month is, for me, it's a little fraudulent because I don't think it encompasses all of the women that are going through cancer. I think it really does highlight women that are survivors, and no knock against them. I'm very happy for them. But there is a group of us that are not going to be able to tell that version of the story. So it's about, for me, awareness, education, and advocacy. People need to know that there's a whole group of women that are black sheep diagnosed. And how do we get them to the front of the line? How do we get them, again, the support, the service, and the love? So that's really been my mantra. Like, yeah, you have 1 month, but I'm fighting this thing for 12 months out of the year, 365, 7 days a week. And the highlight can't just be about 30 days or 31 days. It has to be year round.
So why are you here?
I needed permission to be selfish. And you, Dr. Mo, and Ricky gave me the permission. It gave me a reason to say, nope, I'm going away and I'm going to do this. And the universe, I think, was trying to keep me at home, but I was coming anyway. But it really was about acknowledging that Lakia still exists. I think Dr. Mo has asked me 18 times, what do you need? What do you want? And I find it difficult sometimes to answer that question because we don't know. We don't think about ourselves. But I'm reminded, thanks to these beautiful women and the other women that are here, that it's okay to really think about what you need, because the best me is really being slightly selfish so that I can continue to be the wife and the mom. So.
And the advocate.
And the advocate. And the badass woman that I am.
Yes.
Don't worry about me, though. Tommy doesn't butter stuff.
Hi, welcome to Cooking with Deltra. I know.
I don't really like this beauty, but whatever.
So we're going to saute these lobsters with some herb butter. Oh my God, we just got these off of the grill. It is absolutely delicious. Oh yes, and just drizzle that around. Unbelievable. And so there you have our lobster and butter for our breast cancer feast tonight. We also have some shish kebabs.
We are excited about these vegetable kebabs. Get our healthy eating on.
Okay. Now we also have some grilled asparagus and some
Meatless balls.
grilled lamb chops.
And
Meatless balls. Meatless balls, that is. We have all kinds of balls here tonight, and these just happen to be our meatless. Oh my God!
Let's finish it with a little bit of parsley.
Oh, we have
So
to finish
do
those?
Impossible Burger meatballs.
they're really good.
Delicious and delightful.
Really good. Really
Yeah.
good. Better than I thought.
It's true.
Mocktail sangria made by
Yes.
Dr. Mo. Dr. Mo, should I put this apples in here?
Please, apples in.
And the lemon?
And some apples, and let's put some lemon in there
some lemon in
too.
That's it. Full of antioxidants, melatonin, help you sleep good at night. I'm a fan of the tart cherry juice, especially for people who like a little wine and a cocktail. We're on top, and we're gonna top this off with a little bit of ginger beer and some fresh ginger. I'm gonna grate some fresh ginger.
Oh my
into
God.
Our pitcher of sangria, our mocktail sangria, as it were.
All right, come on over here. Somebody else help sample this for me.
sample.
Let's see.
A toast.
Thank you to survivors everywhere.
Cheers. Oh, you got
Shut up.
it?
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
All right.
Cheers,
Here you
Breasties.
go. Give me some. Here you go. No, it's yours. Here you go. Oh, that's yours.
Very good.
You have to play around with it and get what works for you. A little more ginger, a little more cherry juice. Absolutely amazing for when you want to celebrate with your girlfriends.
Here it is.
So we're good. So welcome. We're going to just do some restorative yoga today. Restorative yoga is not, technically it's going to be therapeutic yoga. We're going to go through some poses. I'm going to set you up in them, and then we just are going to lay in the poses and kind of let gravity and nature open us up. Just notice any tension. You may need to adjust your hips.
Hi, Mother. Where's my babies? They in here.
Want to put on Halloween costume?
Of course, already. They just woke up and want to put them on.
It's Halloween. Mom wants to say hi to you guys. Their heads, they don't want their heads. Yeah. They need to speak up. It's real fast. Mika, get off the phone and say hi to your mama. Look, she can't even get off the phone and say hi. Did you see Mika?
Hello. Oh, it is so beautiful here. I would show you some more. Look around. It's so good. Say hi. You're on camera. Say hello. You guys are funny. Did you just wake up? You want to show me something? You're ready to get dressed for Halloween?
Tell Dr. Mel listen to some Shirley Caesar this Sunday morning.
Yeah, they had the gospel music going this morning.
I asked you this morning. Go ahead, have a piece. They wanted cereal. Go ahead, have sausage. Mika, the only one who says she wants sausage, egg, and grits.
Of course.
I would describe this weekend as an opportunity for women to collaborate, to invigorate each other, for us to be spoiled, and for spirits to collide in agreement.
I would describe this weekend as spiritual, motivating, uplifting, enjoyable. It was nice to be around other women that get me, and it was just a beautiful weekend, and I'm so honored and blessed to be here and grateful to God for sending me here.
I would describe this weekend as extremely refreshing. A lot of connections were made. It's a beautiful thing to be in the room with other women who completely get your experience, from being a Black woman to living with breast cancer. And it was just all about relaxation, which was very needed, especially as we wind down Breast Cancer Action Month.
I'm feeling renewed, regenerated, no stress. The yoga and the meditation and the massages and just being around just powerful women. Like we're just starting, so it was just a wonderful experience to meet everybody, and I thank Ricky and Dr. Mo for me being here, and I'm just happy. I'm happy. I feel great.
I'm feeling extremely relaxed and just filled with gratitude.
Right now, I'm feeling full. I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling invigorated, and I'm excited to go back home to my family and take this newfound level of love with me.
Some of the highlight moments of this weekend were sniffing a baby, which was not expected, but extremely wonderful. Yoga and getting to do some meditation, and then just the fun that was had, just the ease that we all got along, the singing and dancing, lots of fun.
The highlight moments for this weekend for me was, of course, the dance party that we had last night, the game playing, the great food, and the great fellowship, being able to really connect with women who are just like me with the same diagnosis, and to feel the love and having some unadulterated conversation with no judgment.
Some highlights for me from this weekend were the dance party, the prayer, waking up to gospel music, the different meals we tried because I've never had fried eggplant, and just the massages and just talking about what led me to be here, talking about my breast cancer and being with other metastatic breast cancer patients, hopefully giving them hope that since I've been living with it for 11 years, that they see hope in their diagnosis. Being around Dr. Mo, because she's always a joy to be around, and being around Ricky. I thank Ricky for inviting me. Just from the love being poured into my soul from other women here, it was truly a great experience because I've never been on a farm neither. Well, actually stayed on a farm. and just seeing the beauty and being able to look at the pond and just not having a care in the world, not even having to feed a dog. It was just really, really beautiful.
The activities that felt healing for me were the massage, the restorative yoga, the dance party, and just the opportunities to have some authentic conversations and realizations.
Some activities that were healing for me were the yoga, the meditation.
Getting a massage and a good stretch out felt extremely healing. And, you know, dancing and singing, moving my body is a really healing activity for me. So that was as well.
And I thought the dance parties, even when we sat around playing the games and laughing, getting to know, having our vulnerability up front, I thought was very healing for me. That, okay, I'm not the only one that's going through what I'm going through. So it was such a it was a great weekend, and I know God knew I needed it.
I definitely want to make yoga and guided meditations a part of my daily routine.
I am going to find a yoga studio because I think I need that, and I'm going to start doing meditation in the morning because it only takes 5 or 10 minutes to do that.
New forms of healing for me, I really wanted to dedicate some time to meditation and really getting connected to my breathing. I did also really enjoy the restorative yoga, even if it's 10 minutes before bedtime. I really want to try to incorporate some time to really dedicate to me and to me alone.
A lesson I'll take away from this weekend is it's important to have time to just exist. Just exist, no agenda, and just relax. It's vital self-care.
The lessons that I've learned from this weekend that I'm going to take back with me are to just let it go, okay? It happened, deal with it, and let it go. Don't harbor it. Don't harbor it in your heart. Don't harbor it in your soul. Just let it go and move on and learn from it. And that's the most important lesson that I learned for myself, is just to not take everything personal, because most of the time it's not about you or not about me. And that's what I want to take back, just to breathe. I thought the breathing exercises were really good. So, when I go into the treatment center, I can just say, if they see me sitting down in the middle of the floor doing meditation, I'll be like, just leave me alone, I learned something new. So, and they'll, my nurses will probably laugh, but yeah, this has been an excellent blessing. I'd like to thank Dr. Mo and Ricky for this beautiful weekend, and I hope this will continue for other Black women or women in general.
Lessons or takeaways this weekend for me were really around building community. To embrace my other sisters with metastatic breast cancer, it just powerful. I've never been in a room with 3 other women with the same diagnosis as myself, and being able to look at them as a level of hope and inspiration, hearing their stories enlighten me. They fill me up to a point where I feel like I'm not alone. Cancer, especially in the midst of COVID, has been so isolating, and to be able to spend a whole weekend with women who are just like me kind of takes the weight off. It makes me feel like I'm not alone.
I'm 55 years old, and I have to say this is one of the best experiences that I've had, being on a farm and being just in the presence.
We just want to thank you. Thank you for coming to my home and my space in Pennsylvania, and for taking a chance and time away from your family. I know time is a precious commodity, and I'm just so glad to see you and finally connect with you in person. We've been on virtual Zooms all year long, and now I get to hug your neck, and we get to rejuvenate together, and we get to explore more of what this looks like. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. I love you.
Thank you so much, ladies. Yes, Breastie.
Breastie love. Breastie love.
And people need to see you. So thank you for being here and sharing my home and this weekend and sharing yourself and your energy and your love, because it's easy to get real insular at a time when you got a weekend and you want to take it to yourself. But I hope you leave feeling rejuvenated and on fire about things, but also simultaneously restored.
Yeah.
That's my hope for you.
Thank you.
We love you. I love you.
I love you too.
I love you.
Oh,
I love
that's so
you.
sweet.
Mwah.
And thank you. Your home is so beautiful. I don't
So
wanna leave,
beautiful.
but
I know. We're not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm going to stay for a while. Thank you so much for being here with us. We couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you all. Thank you all. It's a two-way street. I love what you guys are doing, and I want to continue to be a part. But this right here is something that's timeless.
Well, welcome home.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to my space. And I hear you lifting up and supporting others, telling them how beautiful they are. You don't realize that even if this is a blessing to you, you're a blessing to us and to everybody here. That's right. There it is.
Black girl love.
I love you guys
Sister
too.
love.
Absolutely.